If you've clicked on this video, you've taken the first step to unlocking your true athletic potential. So congrats! Yes, you can get in shape by lifting weights, and you can feel healthy by doing cardio, but combining the two, that's when the real magic starts to happen. As someone who's trained for a half marathon while lifting heavy, I've learned a thing or two about balancing hybrid training. So today, I'm going to share all of my biggest mistakes so that you can avoid them, helpful tips I wish I knew sooner, and finally, at the end of this video, I'm going to share my own unique workout split that I've used to achieve all my goals. Let's get started. Chapter 1, my mistakes. I did a lot of things wrong when I first introduced a second element into my training. Here are the 4 biggest mistakes that I made that you can learn from. Number 1, starting off way too strong. This is an obvious one, I know, but you're lying if you tell me you've never been excited about starting something gone way too hard right from the beginning. There will be plenty of time to enjoy hybrid training, so why start off with running twice a day or training 7 days a week? I should have asked myself this question because when I started, this is exactly what I did. And it actually put me off of hybrid training for a really long time. So I would start slow and build as you improve. Number 2, not having your priorities in order. There was a game I had to play when I first added running into my program last year. Which one do I want to prioritize? Because I had 2 options. Number 1, focus on running and lifting equally, meaning I see average gains in both and it takes longer to significantly improve. Or number 2, heavily focus on one and using the other as a supplement. Neither is inherently worse or better, it just depends on your goals. My mistake was thinking there was a third option that was called heavily focus on both, go crazy right from the get-go, train every single day, become a master at everything. But spoiler alert, that option doesn't exist when you first start training. Mistake number 3 is training without a goal. I've been fully hybrid training for a year now, but I cannot tell you how many times I've tried to add running into my workout plan before it finally stuck. I'd go for a few runs the first week and then think, why am I doing this again? Then promptly stop because I didn't have a good enough reason. It took signing up for a half marathon for running to stick because I had my why. Maybe you're the type of person who doesn't need solid deadlines, or you have a good why for exercising. But if you're like me, keep watching to see what my reason is now that I don't have anything to train for. And mistake number 4, not eating enough and not drinking enough water and electrolytes. Okay, since I made this mistake, you are not allowed to. I forbid you. I'm taking one for the team, and since I had to learn the hard way to track my calories and eat more on training and rest days, you are not allowed to. You cannot follow in my footsteps because this is the dumbest mistake to make. So go eat that extra bowl of pasta or that extra plate of beef, and for goodness sakes, drink some electrolytes on training days. You will thank me later. Chapter 2, the best tips I received. Now that we've talked about the biggest mess ups I've had while beginning my hybrid training, I also want to share a few tips that you might want to know. First of all, your body is capable of so much more than your mind tells you it is. I promise I'm not directly contradicting what I said earlier, just hear me out. To reiterate, when you first get started, don't overtrain, but as your experience grows, so do you. So don't be afraid to up the intensity or quantity of your workouts after a few weeks of training. Not to be the type of person who quotes David Goggins, but
I believe that most human beings are only living at about 40% of their capability. You get to 40%, your brain says, we're done. This is the time where you have to gain control back of your mind.
The man does have a point. There's a huge difference between mental and physical discomfort. What Goggins is talking about is how whenever you're trying to do something really difficult, your brain will try to tell you to stop, holding you back and making you feel like it's impossible to keep going. Do you know how empowering it is to push through that feeling? That's why I love hybrid training. It's because it gives me so many new opportunities to grow as a person and push myself to new limits. Now, physical discomfort is obviously a completely different story. If your leg is broken, obviously don't try to overpower your brain and go for a run. That would just be stupid. Learning the difference between physical and mental pain is difficult sometimes, but critical. Sometimes I'll think I'm in pain while running, only to realize later that running actually made the pain go away. And the second tip that completely changed the way that I train is that comparison is the thief of joy. I'll be the first to admit, you will never find me on Strava. Why? Because I am a slow runner. Yes, I'm faster than when I started, but still. I used to get really down on myself about it and try to run faster only to find that I enjoyed running less. If you're gonna take time out of your day to work out, you might as well enjoy it. Don't compare yourself to the person you passed on your run or the person who passed you. Instead, focus on yourself and I promise the progress will come over time. Chapter 3, the program. I need to preface this by saying that this is in no way a one-size-fits-all. Everyone starts hybrid training from different backgrounds or for different reasons, so although I'll show you a general program that you can tweak to your liking, I will also share exactly what I did. Keep in mind that I come from a weightlifting background and running was the new addition for me. When I first officially started my hybrid athlete training a year ago, I was a lot more running focused since I was training for a half marathon. At the very beginning, my week looked like this. I started the week off on Sunday with the long run, as most runners do. I followed that up with a rest day on Monday, a short run Tuesday, a full body workout on Wednesday, another short run on Thursday, then occasionally a running specific workout on Friday. Finally, I ended my week off with another rest day. So yeah, definitely a running specific plan. As you can imagine, I did not build very much muscle with 1.5 workouts. I did this pretty much every week that I trained for the half marathon. And as expected, my running improved and my weightlifting did not. But it didn't get worse either. I was still strong, I just couldn't really get in the volume that I needed to grow and improve. Which is why, fast forward to now, I've revamped my schedule to be a lot more balanced. Now I start off the week with 2 rest days since Sunday and Monday are my big work days. Tuesday I'd like to run before class and then work out during my lunch break. You can actually see this day of working out in a short that I posted. Now Wednesday is never a scheduled workout, but I do like to go and run sometimes in the afternoons as a way of relaxing and unwinding. Thursday I'll hit another big workout and Friday I'll meet with my personal trainer to absolutely obliterate my legs. Finally, Saturday is a nice shakeout run that always makes me feel less sore. Now I know this isn't the optimal workout routine for running and weightlifting, but, and it's a big but, it's optimal for me. I want to run 2 to 3 times a week and lift weights 3 times a week, and this is just the best way for me to do it with everything else going on in my life. Now, if I don't want to do 2 workouts in a day, I'll bump one over to Monday or Sunday, and if I need an extra rest day, I'll take one or just go lighter on my workout that day. That's the beauty of hybrid training. You get to decide. Now, to build off this program for you, I would start with setting your goals. Are you training for a race or a powerlifting competition, or just maybe trying to see the benefits of both running and weightlifting? Stop this video for a second and think about it. Now that you have your goals, it's time to decide how many days a week you want to do cardio and how many days you want to do weightlifting. Everyone starts at a different point though, so you pick what works for you. Let's say you want to run twice a week and lift 3 times a week. You can put the runs on, say, Tuesday and Saturday, do upper body Monday and Friday, lower body on Wednesday, then take a rest day on Thursday and Sunday. Again, super broad example, so if you're busy on Saturdays, move the run to Sunday. Make a plan that will stick for you and avoid all the mistakes that I mentioned earlier. But most importantly, find your why. Personally, I decide to run even though I don't have anything to train for because it makes me feel unstoppable and like I can reach all of my goals. But to some people, running makes them feel like Dookie, and that's fine too. Good training means good for you, and hopefully you now know better what not to do and what to do while starting hybrid training. Eat food! If you want to get into running, check out this video I made right here about how to start. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers, and thank you for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.